variants of PMAC Plus. The authors are Nilanjan Datta, Abhijit Yutta, Murilo Nandi, Gautam Paul, and Liting Jan. And the talk will be given by Nilanjan. Please.
Thanks for the introduction. So I'll talk about the single key variant of PMAC Plus. So first I will give a brief introduction to what is the exact contribution of the paper. So in this paper we have proposed 1K PMAC Plus, that is a single key variant of PMAC Plus, which is first single key beyond birthday bound secure RAID 1 block cipher based PRF. And along with that, it actually achieves we actually achieve a better security bound than the existing bound for the PMAC Plus. So using this result, this actually better the security bound for the original PMAC Plus as well. Coming to the basic introduction, it's already told by Kazuhiko and Ritam. So the message authentication protocol that Alice and Bob, they want to exchange a message. So Alice and Bob, they share a secret key K. So Alice generates a tag T and send, that is a function of M with the key, and it sends M and T pair to Bob, and Bob can verify whether the tag is valid or not. So he can verify the integrity or authenticity of the message. And the security requires that it should be hard for any third person Eve to generate a message T prime for a message M prime. So from this message, it is hard for a third person to tweak the message and again have a valid tag for that. In more formal notations, so in the MAC game, an adversary can make too many queries and it get back the tags, and the advantage of the function would be given by the probability that A of FK forges. That means it can generate a new fresh pair of message tag. And if this bound is bounded by epsilon, then we call the MAC advantage is epsilon. But usually we consider a stronger security bound for the MAC for MAC. So we usually consider the PRF security bound for these constructions. PRF is a function F is called PRF if any adversary cannot distinguish it from a random function chosen uniformly at random. So we usually, whenever considering a MAC security, we usually prove something more, and we usually prove the PRF security of that, as PRF essentially implies it. So let's move on to the PMAC construction, a parallelizable MAC. It was given by Black and Rogaway. So it has a security of 5 sigma q by 2 power n, that is shown by Nandi, where q is the number of queries and sigma is the total number of block cipher invocation in those q many queries. So if the message lengths are like L1 to LQ, so this sigma is typically like L1 plus L2 plus up to LQ. And the tightness of this bound was shown by Ghazi et al. At ICI transaction 2016. Based on this, Yasuda at Crypto 2011 proposed PMAC Plus, where he introduces another level of masking in the top and a second layer in the bottom, and showed that this is a beyond birthday bound secure block cipher based PRF. The main features of PMAC Plus are like its parallel and RAID 1 construction. It has 2 layers of input masking and 2 layers of linear output mixing, and hence the internal size becomes doubled now. It requires 3 independent block cipher keys, as we have already shown. 1 key for the upper layer and 1 key for these block ciphers, and 2 different keys, so 2 independent keys for these. So 3 block cipher keys, and it offers q cube of L cube by 2 power 2n PRI security bound, where L is the maximum message length. In the same paper, Yasuda raises the question that whether it is possible to come up with single key rate 1 MAC construction which is beyond birthday secure. So we take this challenge and we try to build and try to see how we can achieve that single key beyond birthday PRA. So we just replace the block ciphers the same key. So we just use the same construction and use the same key. So is this secure? So you see that no, this is insecure, because if you make just a single block query, these outputs are same. So the tag should be 0 with probability 1. So a single block query gives a distinguishing error. So how about domain separation for the two lanes? So we use a fixed 0 notation. So this means we are fixing the least significant bit to 0, and for here we are fixing the least significant bit to 1, and thus we are making a domain separation for these two cases. So if we make this, so is it enough? We see that no, this is not enough again. So if we continue to make single block queries until a collision occurs, and if there is a collision collision there, then we can append a block and then distinguish easily. Next we try with how about zoning a non-zero constant here in the second layer. Again, we came out that if we can make order of 2 power n by too many queries, then the collision probability in real world is substantially higher, and one can actually mount an attack based on that. Next, so now we try to multiply a non-zero constant in the second layer. So we multiply by a primitive element 2 here, and we actually come up that this is actually giving a beyond birthday secure PRF. So this is with this construction we are calling it 1K PMAC plus, and we are using the fixed 0 and fixed 1 as well. But whether we actually need this, that will come later. So basically 1K PMAC plus is structurally similar to PMAC plus with the following minor changes. So the second output layer is multiplied by 2. It requires only single block cipher key, and it uses a bit chopping function fix 0, fix 1, but it's actually not necessary, but we are currently using that, and it offers Q cube L square by 2 power 2 and PRF security block. So there we have improved that from L cube to L square kind of thing. So the security result, so the 1K PMAC plus is secure up to order of sigma by 2 power n plus q sigma square by 2 power 2n, as sigma can be maximum of qn, so it's basically q cube n square by 2 power 2n. And now we move to the basic proof idea for this. So we'll use coefficient H technique, which essentially means that we have to identify and bound the probability of bad transcripts, and realizing a good transcript is as likely as in the real and the ideal oracle. So more formally, so we call a list of queries responses along with the internal variables as the transcript of an interaction. An attainable transcript, tau is called an attainable transcript if the probability of realizing it in the ideal world is non-zero. So now so for all attainable transcript, we divide it into two groups. One is called the set of good transcript, and another is set of bad transcript. Now, the Baccarin's coefficient H technique tells us that if realizing the bad probability is bounded by epsilon bad, and if it is high interpolation probability for the real oracle and ideal oracle for the good transcripts, and this real oracle probability is greater than equal by ideal oracle, this is greater than equal to 1 by epsilon ratio, then the advantage of the real construction with ideal oracle is bounded by this value. So for our case, so we are bounding the PRF advantage of 1K PMAC plus, so we are considering ideal as the random function and real as our construction 1K PMAC plus, so we basically want to bound this by epsilon ratio and epsilon bad. So basically we have to identify what are the good transcript and what are the bad transcript, and then bound these and find these epsilon bad and the epsilon ratio. So for our case, the transcript for our interaction would be like Mij, Xij, these Mi values, these Xi values, these Yi values, these sigma values, these theta values, and these sigma hat values, these theta hat values, and these T values. So this is typically a transcript of this correlation. Now coming to the bad transcript for 1K PMAT plus. So what are the bad transcripts? So there exists that Ti equal to 0, as we are already domain separating using fix 1, fix 0. So we cannot have Ti equal to 0 in real Oracle. So Ti equal to 0 in ideal Oracle is essentially a bad. Yeah? And the next one is like if both sigma and theta is non-fresh. By non-fresh I mean that sigma I collides with some x values or some sigma j values, and theta is collides with some theta j values or the xj values. So basically if for any I there exists an I such that both sigma I and theta is non-fresh, then we are calling it a bad transcript. And some additional bad transcript also appears due to some permutation compatibilities, where it says like say both so say sigma is non-fresh but theta is fresh, but however that theta I cap is non-fresh. So this actually gives the permutation compatibility issue. And similarly, if theta is non-fresh and sigma is fresh, but somehow through other messages this sigma I hat becomes non-fresh, then this is actually the problem. So implication for the good transcripts in 1K PMAT plus. So for all I, so these are the bad transcripts. So for good, what is the good transcript? So for all I, theta I and sigma I one of sigma I or theta I is fresh, and sigma I theta I sigma I hat theta I hat is permutation compatible. And this essentially means we can use now sum of permutation results. So this is why we have identified the bad transcript as this. Now coming to bounding each case. So first one is called extended cover free. So where epsilon sigma for some I, sigma I and theta I both are non-fresh. So sigma I belongs to either sigma j or x alpha j, or theta I belongs to theta k and x alpha k. Next one is like that for the compatibility, permutation compatibility issues. So say sigma equal to sigma j and theta is fresh, but somehow theta I cap is in the range of the permutation. And similarly, like theta I equal to theta I equal to theta j, but and sigma is fresh, but somehow sigma I hat belongs to range of Ek. So these cases are considered as the range collisions. Next is another kind of range collision type of thing. So here sigma equal to some x alpha j and theta is fresh, but y alpha star plus ti equal to y beta k. So this essentially means that this theta I hat is not fresh from this equation. And similarly, the second one is also so similarly for theta I as well. So if theta I is x alpha star, that is theta is non-fresh, but sigma is fresh, but y alpha star plus ti equal to y beta k, then again we have that sigma I hat is actually becoming non-fresh. So this essentially gives another bad case. Another one is like sigma equal to x alpha j and theta is fresh, but sigma k equal to x beta l and y alpha j plus ti equal to y beta l plus tk. This essentially again means like theta I hat would be equals to theta k hat with using these equations. And similarly we have the other scenarios where sigma equal to x alpha and here theta k equal to x beta l, and the output of this x is y values, the sum of these y values are ti plus tk. And similarly for this theta I equal to x alpha j and theta k equal to x beta l, and again this sum y alpha j plus tk, ti equal to y beta l plus tk. So this essentially gives us all the bad events. And so summary of probability of bad events. So we have come to know that for ECF we achieve the bound q sigma square by order of q sigma square by 2 power 2n. For RCOL q square sigma by 2 power 2n. For PCF1 q sigma square by 2 power 2n, and for PCF2 q square sigma square by 2 power 3n plus sigma plus 2n. summing up them. So we got this epsilon bad as order of q sigma square by 2 power 2n plus sigma by 2 power 2n, as these two are the major contributing terms. Now for high interpolation probability of good transcript for 1K PMA plus, so we are done with the bounding the bad cases. Now we have to show that the high interpolation probability for the good transcript. So this we obtain with a sum of PRP under some conditional distribution. So basically sum of identical PRP under conditional distribution. So the result holds for sum of identical PRP. The existing results are like it is this sum of PRP is secure up to order of q by 2 power n. This is using the mirror theory proposed by Patarin and also by chi-square method. But now we need the how this behaves under some conditional distribution, because we are already conditioning the upper layer block cipher calls. So the xj values and yj values are fixed. So under those conditional distribution, what happens if the input and output of some permutations are fixed? So here we found this result that let u1 to us and v1 to vs are all distinct. Then for distinct x1 y1 up to xq yq, so distinct xi yi pairs and non-zero ti tk. So this probability that xi concat 0 or pi of yi concat 1, that is equal to ti, that can be actually bounded by order of q s square, where s is the number of distinct already fixed number of permutations that are fixed. So keeping these in mind, so we obtain that bounding the probability for a good transcript, that is the epsilon ratio, would be order of q sigma square by 2 power 2n. So actually this bound can be actually improved, but since already from the bad cases we have this order of q sigma square by 2 power 12, so we are slightly weakening the bound, but it actually this is enough for our result. So now coming to whether fix 1 and fix 0 are necessary. So without fix 0 and fix 1, so we have, so with fix 0, this should be with. So with fix 0 and fix 1, we have sigma I belongs to sigma j and x alpha j, and similarly theta I belongs to theta k and x kj. And without fix 0, fix 1, it would be like, so the theta values will also collide because the domain separation is not right. So we will consider this sigma I belongs to sigma j, theta j, x alpha j, and theta I belongs to sigma k, theta k, x alpha k. So essentially this rises to 9 bad cases. So previously we have only 4 bad cases, and this rises to 9 bad cases, and proving the bound for these bad cases is essentially, it's a bit tricky, but actually analyzing it, we have to deal with more bad cases, but actually it doesn't hamper the security at all. So if you can do with all these bad cases, we believe that the same security bound will be achieved. So the main contribution of this paper was to propose 1K PMAC plus, as we already said, that it's the first single key beyond birth bound secure PRF with rate 1 and block cipher based, and we have actually improved the security bound from order of q cube L cube by 2 power 2n to order of q sigma square by 2 power 2n, which essentially is of order q cube L square by 2 power 2n. And possible future directions are tightness of this bound, so whether this bound is tight or not, and if not, then can we increase the security up to 3n by 4 bits. So we have increased, so the current result is on the security is giving up to 2n by 3 bits, so can we increase it to 3n by 4 bits. So these are possible future directions. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. So we have time for questions. Okay, so I have one.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that your security bound improves the security bound of PMAC class by ASDA.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we follow your proof, the original security bound of PMAX class can be improved or not.
Yeah. Using this proof, and again for as PMAC plus is using 3 keys, so those bad cases don't have to deal with all those bad cases. Some bad cases will reduce, and ultimately if you just follow the proof, a PMAC class also, of course, will give that Q sigma square by 2 power 12 bound.
So in that case, what is the fundamental difference with your proof and original proof by Yasuda?
Okay, so actually, we have dealt with, I mean, for bounding all the bad cases, we have just explicitly used the mean, what is the exactly, I mean, we consider more bad cases, or we actually analyze them more critically so that we achieve an improved bound. So for Yasuda, the main target was like achieving Q cube L cube by 2 power 12. So he just, I mean, gives some overestimation of some bounds. Like, so for the result of sum of PRP under conditional distribution, for that we are using like that, or that Q order of for that Q sigma square by 2 power n. But actually you can deal with even lesser, but actually you don't need that, because for these bounds, for the bad cases we already have this bound. So like that. So I believe that for Yasuda actually considered his main target was to achieve that bound. Okay, essentially.
More questions? Thank you very much.